Hello, everyone. And I have a very special New Year's Eve message. And in case you notice that I'm not my normal cheerful self, um, it's because this week has been just a hard week for me emotionally and mentally. And this was because in less than 3 months, four people that I knew have passed away. So on Christmas Day, someone that was a jewel for this building, a jewel for this building. The super, he passed away. And it's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable how we sometimes behave in ways that we're just not appreciating ourselves. We're just not appreciating our life. We're not appreciating the gift that we have. And so, this message that I have for you today is entitled, Please Appreciate Your Life. Please do. Please do. And here I'm going to be sharing what can you do to start appreciating your life more. And I'm going to be discussing things not like the usual, oh, have gratitude. I think we all know that. I want to go a little bit deeper with this and trust. It doesn't matter where you are in your life right now, what your situation is right now. You have a precious gift of life. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So, how can you appreciate it? Number one, by the way, share this message with other people. You never know who in your circle may be feeling down, who in your circle may be stuck, who in your circle is in a frustrated relationship. And this can be the message that knocks some sense into them. This could be the message that makes them say, you know what, I'm going to change something in my life. So, number one, live every day with purpose. Live every day with purpose. You will be wasting your energy and your time if you go with the flow of the everyday life. And how many people are not living with the everyday flow, especially when it's a flow that they do not like? I am not a believer in going with the flow when that flow isn't the way that I flow. Okay? You want to be happy? Find out how do you flow? How do you want to flow? Right? And I'm going to tell you why it's so important for you to know what is your flow and to live by your flow and not the flow of your everyday life. You know how many times I would be pissed if I went with the flow of the day whenever I'm on the plane? You know how many times I would be pissed with people coming in with their energy? Do you get where I'm going with this? This is why it's so important for you to know how do you flow? How do you want to flow? How do you function? Not how someone else functions. Your flow also includes how you function. What works best for you? I don't know about you, but what works best for me is when I have lots of things to do. It doesn't stress me. On the contrary, it makes me feel like purposeful, like I have things, I just love doing many things. I love wearing many hats. That may not be you. And so it's so important for you to know how do you flow. And this takes me to the second point, which is number two, set an intention every single day, not a month, not a year. You want me to tell you why New Year's resolutions, for the most part, don't work? It's because it is a want. You don't get what you want. You get what you work for. You get what you're willing to do. And so when you set that intention, that's part of you ensuring that you get what you want done, that you feel the way you want to feel, that you get the things that you want to get. Okay? And you want to know why some people get so stuck and they go with the flow of everyday life? It's because they don't set an intention on a daily basis. Okay? For those of you who may be thinking, well, Aura, this isn't easy to do. This is easy for you to say. I want to shut that down right now. Because you think I feel like making this video with how sad I've been feeling that in less than 3 months, 4 people that I knew had passed away, including one on Christmas Day. You think I'm in the mood all the time to be doing the things that I'm doing? No. Okay? No. This week I felt like doing nothing. And I am not any special than you. I'm not any more stronger than you. As a matter of fact, believe it or not, as much as I may be very strong, I am very, very sensitive. Like if you were to see me this week, I was just crying. Woke up crying. During the day, crying. Going to sleep, crying. So I'm not any more special than you. I'm not any more stronger than you. Okay? You can do it. You can do it. And I also know that one of the ways for us to gain control of ourselves is for us to set that intention. Thank you for the hearts. Hello, Marseille. Yeah, that's the way that you gain control of yourself when you set that intention. You know what? At work, I'm gonna enjoy myself. I'm gonna have a nice time. And I'm gonna say this is not about you not allowing yourself to feel what you feel, because I allowed myself to feel the sadness. I allowed myself to cry. I allowed the whatever thoughts that came to me to flow to me just so I can understand in what state I was in. This is not about you gonna brush underneath the rug what you're feeling and make believe that something isn't hurting you, that make believe something isn't bothering you. That is not about that. But what you do not want to do is live from that emotion, whatever that emotion may be that can keep you stuck for a long time. Okay? That is the key. Set an intention every day because that intention will be your compass, because it will indicate to you the direction that you must go throughout the day, right? In order for you to fulfill that intention. And I would dare to say to include in your intention how you want to feel. Okay? I'm going to say this for those that may be thinking, oh my God, this is so hard. You know how many times taking off on a flight, and my dad was very sick at the hospital, I wanted to cry on takeoff because my biggest fear was to be away and hear some kind of news. And so I had to mentally say to myself, you know what? There's nothing I can do because I'm not there. I'm now in the air, right? So I cannot focus on things that I cannot control. Number one. Number two, all I have is the right now. So I'm going to enjoy the people that are around me. I'm going to enjoy this flight. I'm going to enjoy what I'm doing. It's about the mindset. Your intention should not be limited to what you do. You are not a human doing, you are a human being. And the being also includes the doing, but it also includes the feeling. It's everything. Okay. Number three, in order for you to appreciate the way you show yourself, the universe, God, whatever it is that you believe in, the way you show that you appreciate your life is by number three. Have the courage to do the difficult things that will, in the long run, make your life easier. One of the things that will hurt your chances of having and living the life that you want is when you avoid making the decisions that would change your life. Comfort is one of the things that will kill your life. Comfort. Whether that is the comfort of a relationship, because you've been with the person several years. So now you are accustomed to them, or you are accustomed to the fact that they provide certain things to you, right? Or you're comfortable in a job that you hate. Comfort is going to kill your life. The one thing you do not want to waste is your time and your energy. These are two precious assets of yours. Okay? So appreciate your time in your life by having the courage to make the difficult decisions. Everything that you desire, the love you desire, the relationship you desire, the money you desire, the job you desire, the health you desire, none of these will come from a place where you are limiting yourself. None of it will. None of it will. Okay? where you lack courage to take action. That's not where it's going to come from. In an unhappy environment, let me just say this. If you are in an unhealthy environment, unhealthy home, unhealthy relationship, if you think that is not going to affect your health, your energy, your vitality, your mindset, the way you view yourself, the way you view life, the choices that you make, if you think it doesn't affect that, you are very wrong. You are very wrong. It's better to be alone than to be with bad company, as we say in Spanish, right? And so settling for less, you're not going to find the things that you desire when you're settling for less, right? That's not how you're going to manifest the things that you want. All that is doing when you hold on to these things is that it is occupying energy. And all these things create blockages. It's going to block those things that you want, okay? You living the life that you want requires courage. Life is too short to be living in a way that makes you unhappy. It is way too short. It is way too short. If you are staying in a relationship that you aren't happy, if you are staying in a job, and I get that there are circumstances that sometimes can make you think that you are stuck. I am telling you, you need to change your level of consciousness in order for you to see the solution out of that situation. You have to raise your level of consciousness because you are not going to change things from that mentality, from that way of viewing your life, from that way of viewing yourself. Life is too short for you to be living it in a way that makes you unhappy. You lose your right to complain. I've said this before and I'll say it again. You lose your right to complain the moment you decide that you will not do anything to change a situation. If you're not doing anything to change a situation, why complain? You're not doing anything. You're trying to let off steam, but letting off steam isn't going to do anything. It isn't going to do anything. It is a total waste of time to complain if you're not taking action. Number 4, the fourth way that you show yourself and the universe, God, whatever it is that you believe in, that you appreciate your life. The way that you can start appreciating your life today is number 4. You want to enjoy life, right? If you want to enjoy life, have clarity. Number 4 is to have clarity. This is so important. Lack of clarity will keep you in a fog. This is why this matters more than you could possibly imagine. You're not going to know what's your next step when you lack clarity. You're just not going to know. Okay? This is only going to make room for the fear, the doubt, the frustration, the hesitation, the procrastination, among other things. Okay? And it's going to keep you right where you're at. Is your time that worthless? Yeah, I'm going to ask you this. It's going to be a little rough, but I'm going to ask you this. Is your time that worthless that you need to spend it in circumstances and situations that make you unhappy? Is your time that worthless? Because when you see the worth of your life, when you see the worth of your time, you won't even waste it in a situation that brings you down, in a relationship that brings you down, in a circumstance that brings you down, that you are choosing to be in. Like I'm saying this because I really want you to get how valuable your time in your life is. There are people right now that they're gone physically that they wish they had life. You still have life. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Time is one of those things that you do not get back. Number five, be the best human being you can be for and with others. Be the best human being that you can be for and with others. There's a reason why I'm saying it that way. Okay? When you go, when you're gone physically from this planet, what people are going to take with them when it comes to you is how you made them feel. The moments they spent with you, the impression that you made in them, right? It's not the gifts, it's not the material things. Be the kind of person that your absence is felt. That is powerful. Be the kind of person that your absence is felt. And the reason why I say this is because when your absence is felt, that says a lot about you, your character, the impact that you may have had in others, right? If someone is rude or mean or even hurtful to you in any kind of way, this is not a reflection of you. This is a reflection of them, right? And I say this because it's very tempting for us to want to be mean to others when people are mean to us, right? But we must remember that people behave according to how they feel about themselves, their life, their circumstances, and perhaps they're even hurt in some way. Hurt people, right? As someone said that I don't even know who said it. Okay. So this world cannot afford for your kindness, your love, your beauty to be tainted by how others treat you nor what they do to you. The world cannot afford that. Okay. Be the best human being you can be for and with others. And when I say with others, I mean that we need to start treating each other with respect, with love, with compassion, with empathy. But for this to happen, the following needs to happen, which is number 6. Be the best human being you can be for and with yourself. Because sometimes we could be the best human being for ourselves, but not with ourselves. When we're not kind to ourselves, when we don't speak right to ourselves. It's not just let me exercise so I can look good. Let me get this degree so I can open up doors or so I can say that I've done this. No, it's also the relationship that you have with yourself, for yourself, and with yourself, right? You can only give to others to the degree that you give to yourself. Okay, so to the degree that you give to yourself that compassion, that love, that respect, that empathy, etc., that's going to be the capacity that you're going to have to give that to others. Okay? So it's very important the relationship that you have with yourself. See, when I am there for me, when you are there for you, I'm able to give other people the space to be. I'm able to give other people the space to be. You're going to be able to give other people the space to be. And if any of this is hard, if it's hard for you to have a healthy relationship with yourself, it is hard for you to speak lovingly to yourself. It is hard for you to be to take care of yourself the way you need to be taken care of, then number 7, do the inner work necessary to become who you really are. You were not born with insecurities. You were not born with trust issues. You were not born confused about what you want. Okay? If you take a closer look at babies, babies, they know what they want and they don't have any problem crying for what they want. They're thirsty? They're hungry? AKA, they cry. They're telling you what they want. They're getting your attention, right? And it isn't until we start growing up that people start telling us what we can and cannot do that's when we start limiting ourselves. Okay? If you are stuck in a relationship where you don't love the person, where you are not happy, if you're stuck financially, you don't like how a certain part of your life is, right? All of this is a reflection of some part of you who isn't really who you really are, okay? Meaning that you were meant for abundance, okay? You were meant for love. And to the degree that you're not experiencing any of this, there's a part of you that believes in lack of love, lack of money, right? That you are not capable of X, Y, Z. And I'm going to tell you this, the biggest mistake that you can make is give too much attention to the outside world, meaning your external reality, meaning the lack of this, that this isn't happening, that this isn't working, that things are not the way that you would like for it to be. That is the biggest mistake that you can make. You know, as time passes by, the universe shows me more and more that anything, absolutely anything is possible. So I want to share personal experiences. I remember back when I was in college, I told my dad that I'm going to be traveling the world. And my dad was like, you got to put your feet on the ground. And I told him, but my feet are on the ground. Next thing you know, at 24, because I remember telling him that I was going to travel to Rome and that I was going to see the Vatican. I did that at 24. And he got to see that I travel literally the world, right? The fact that I remember I told him also, I'm going to write a book. I do not know what is it going to be about, but I know I'm meant to write a book. And it did happen. Well, it happened after he passed, but it did happen, right? The fact that I knew 9 years prior to doing a TEDx talk that I was going to be on a TEDx stage, right? And many other things. The key to making changes, right? Excuse me, to making things is what I meant to say. The key to making things come true is that you need to believe more your inner world more than the outer world. All right? You need to believe that more. It would have been easy for me to believe because I was not in any kind of position. Well, I guess I'm not meant to travel the world. It's something that I would desire, but I don't know how. You see where I'm going with this, right? So you have to believe more, whatever it is that you desire, more than the fact that this hasn't happened, the fact that supposedly there's no resources, etc., etc. Number 8, to truly be your best. Give your best and feel great for the most part, right? You must ensure that you fill your cup up on a daily basis until it is overflowing. This is important. This is important, okay? It's something that I think we don't do as often as we should. Some of the things that will help you fill your cup up to overflow is you having healthy, loving relationships with other people. If you are not in healthy, loving relationships, run like your ass is on fire. Run and get yourself people that are loving and healthy. I cannot stress this enough. Okay? Your relationships influence you so much. So make sure that you surround yourself with people that motivate you, right? That remind you how awesome you are, that encourage you, that support you, that love you. Okay? People that love you sometimes are going to tell you the harshest things, but that are the truth, that are going to open you up. Those are the kind of people that you want. They're not harsh just to be harsh. It just feels harsh because it's something you don't want to hear, right? But you want those people that wake you up. You want those people that shake you. You need those people in your life. Also, the way that you can fill your cup up is listening to uplifting things, listening to truths, do things that you love, learn new things. The purpose of and how learning new things fills your cup up is that the more you do different things, the more you start learning about yourself and you start realizing how awesome you are. Start realizing how awesome you are. The quality of your life depends greatly on the choices you make on a daily basis. I cannot stress this enough. The choices that you make on a daily basis, who you decide to be, the amount of inner work that you do, the amount of courage you allow yourself to have, if you allow yourself to get out of situations that don't serve you, all of this all of this, okay? You cannot afford to keep wasting time. You cannot afford to keep wasting time. Time is one of those things that you do not get back. If inner work you're wanting to do, or you're wondering, okay, how do I know if I need to do inner work? If you're stuck in a situation over and over and over again that you don't even know how to get out of it, you're noticing that you have low self esteem or low self worth, or you're procrastinating a lot, or you find yourself in these relationships, and this includes friendships with people that do not value you, and you don't even know why this is happening. If you're in business and taking action is hard, or making the sale is hard, or posting is hard, if you're lacking clarity, oh my God, clarity is like the first thing. If you're frustrated where you're at in your life, inner work will help a whole lot. And I'm available for that. So if you're ready to shift things in your life, you are ready to gain the clarity, you are ready to be motivated, to be energized, to see who you really are, to really uncover the things that are keeping you behind. And Marase, who is here watching this, can attest to the fact that you will not be the same after working with me. You will not be the same after working with me. I guarantee you that. So schedule your clarity call with me. You could just message me. I'm going to be putting this on YouTube. So in YouTube, the link is going to be below. I'm going to be putting this in my Facebook account, in my business one. So it will be there as well. You'll be able to find it. Or you could just reach out to me. You could just message me and we will schedule that call. And in that call, we're going to see where you are now, where you would like to be, what is necessary to close that gap, and how I'm able to help you close that gap. You don't need to be confused. You don't need to be not knowing what your next step is with any kind of low self esteem. No, not taking any action. No, let that stop now. Schedule your clarity call. Share this message with other people also. Again, you never know who needs to listen to this message. You never know who could be woken up by this message, who needs it. You just never, never know. And with this said, it is my desire that you live life to the max the way you are destined to live. And until next time, bye for now.